Welcome to this NLD Referee Society training module on refereeing the Sevens game, presented by Mike Mulroy, the Society Training Officer, with content from Mike Mulroy, the RFU and Sky. So in this whistle-stop module, we'll look at a couple of videos, particularly those from World Rugby on the technical elements, but also we look at some of the principles. During training, this was combined with practical sessions with two teams who were engaged to provide the referee with certain challenges. So this is very much just theory based at the moment. So some of the key differences that you're going to find in the game of sevens. Well, obviously there are only 7 players per team. It's 7 minutes halves with a 2-minute break. The laws of the game do allow for a 10-minute final in some competitions. However, you rarely see that these days. Now, there can be on pitch up to 5 match officials, 1 match referee in the middle, 2 touchline assistant referees and 2 in-goal assistant referees. Now, their roles are very simple. The referee is in charge of the match as normal in any game of rugby. The touchline ARs, primary responsibilities, as we've talked about previously, are touch in goal and foul play. However, the in-goal ARs work on the in-goal area only. Now, whilst they may see foul play in the field of play, they are not allowed to report it, only if it happens in goal. And of course, they, in connection with the assistant referee on the touchline and the referee, would make judgments on touch in goal as well. Scrums in sevens take place with 3 players, and one other key is the scoring team restarts. Obviously, the other change that you might see is players in front at the restart. It's not a scrum, it's a free kick. So the principle for sevens are very simple. Players want space to play in, and such a big pitch with only 7 players on that has a natural space, but they want to create space by giving themselves opportunities for line breaks, catching the defence unawares, and in particular catching them offside or out of position. So when we're refereeing in sevens, we can assist with creating that space. And one of the ways we do that is to make sure that we have a nice clear tackle area. Players in sevens often want quick ball, although we have gone from the days of running backwards, passing the ball inside, outside to try and catch a defender on the wrong foot. And it's got very much into a game of attack, take the contact, draw people into that contact and get the ball out quickly to create the space. So for that reason, we tend now to referee an awful lot of sevens from the attacking side, whereas years ago we would have done it from the defending side. I put a rider here with no penalty advantage. There are going to be a few occasions where you see they're about to score instantly, and you will see later on a video from the Dubai Sevens in 2018 that there's a advantage played there from an assistant referee report that does lead to a try and then come back for the yellow card afterwards. But in the whole, we don't want as players in sevens to have advantage, because it just creates another defensive line for the defence. It also means that they've got time to get back into position. So that quick whistle to signal a penalty, which means they've got to get back 10, you might have a player on the floor. That is the advantage in sevens. So they want that quick whistle so they can take the quick tap and then we catch them out of position. As I've already mentioned, when we're positioning ourselves in sevens nowadays, we tend to do so from the attacking back foot. So now at a little video from the Dubai Sevens where you can see this being put into practice.
Holland, Killingworth, wrapped up and thrown into the turbo kind of but it was too high. And now long bottom,
tackle. There is no
finding some space, putting on the footwork. Morris long bottom, you little beauty. He's down, he's up, and he's over. 3 tries.
So the quick whistle created the space, the players look up, the quick tap, and he's gone through the gap. It's now 7 on 5 effectively. Now, whilst he played just a penalty for that, very often in sevens, a high tackle will result in a yellow card, and we'll come on to that in a little while. So a few things that you There are some particular things that we're going to look at, and you'll see on the World Rugby video on the technical refereeing aspects of the 2019 Seven Series that they're quite keen on certain areas. Now, obviously one of the first ones is players ahead of the kickoff or the restart. Now, if you have assistant referees, the referee or the assistant referee who is looking at your back would be the one that helps you with this, and that AR would start on the halfway line. Most restarts in sevens tend to be quite high and hanging and short, so a player who's got a short advantage behind the referee's back can easily be the player that gets there first, and if they do, they can interfere with play. So unlike in 15s where we let it play out and see what's going to happen and see if they're run onside, we blow the whistle straight away for a free kick on halfway. Now, you saw in the video before a high tackle. In many cases in sevens, a high tackle, except that seatbelt one, the light one or the one that starts low and just rides up accidentally, will be a yellow card. Again, on the clip you've just seen, it was a very early whistle. Players look at the referee, the quick tap's taken, off they go. They've got the space, they've got the numbers, and they can go out wide and get beyond the defence. In 15s, you'll recall that we looked at the one-handed knock-on and whether we started with a scrum because the player was in a position to regather the ball, or whether we then looked at penalty or escalation after that. In sevens, the player runs the risk or the reward. If they are successful at getting the ball, then they often go on and score a try or make a large amount of ground. In sevens, if you don't gather that ball, then it's a yellow card. And penalty only. It's that risk or reward. You go for it, you're a hero or you're a villain. So just bear that in mind as well, please. Obviously, we clear that tackle area. The tackler's got to roll very quickly to have clean, quick ball, and you'll see some videos of that a little bit later on. Now, in 15s, we may look at a neck roll of a player in a ruck, and we may start our sanction level at a penalty. In all but the most mild of cases in sevens, a neck roll is a yellow card. If you're an assistant referee, the language that we use for this is player moved by the head, and those will instigate a reaction with the referee for that yellow card. And the other one is throwing the ball away. So unless they just place the ball down after the whistle's gone against them or give it back to the opposition, no matter where it goes away from that point, it is an instant yellow card. And the way that we signal this is, you'll see it on the videos, it's a long blast for the penalty, arm straight up in the air, signalling time off with 2 short blasts to the whistle. Most players of any worth will know that the yellow card is coming and usually be on the way to the bench straight away, and then time back on again after that. But it's a classic signal, that double whistle. The World Rugby video for sevens referees for the 2019 World Series. So you do see some fairly dull slides of just laws for you to read. However, they are then followed with some very good video clips that are quite useful.
Place here, Fleming. Tackle in the corner, attempt by Bystrova, and she does manage to wrap her up, but 5 meters short of the Russian try line, and then the Russians give away the penalty. Quick tap and go.
Klosky, Thiel keeps running, finally dragged down. Good tackle made on him by Cuthbert.
You see how there the tackler not rolling away has allowed the assistant tackler to try and Jekyll.
Tsutsumi trying to wend her way through.
And again, although that was milked by Japan,
still,
because the game happens so quickly, you've got to have your eyes peeled for the assistant tackler in sevens.
Another call goes against New Zealand.
Morgan getting back into the field and into support.
Clear release. No clear release.
So one of the things you may have noticed is there's no massive signals from the referee. It's a very quick signal, and there's very few that follow on afterwards. That's because players normally gone, and you can verbalise things with the players because the game is so fast. You're not there to communicate with the spectators as much as you might do in 15s.
Back on her feet.
Tackle's complete.
Gives away the penalty.
Now with the Ospreys region, here's Thomas. And the wraparound, good tackle from Dan Norton. And they've won the penalty.
Holding on the ground.
England.
Yeah.
Well, it's a great shot from Dan Norton, isn't it, on the outside line. Spots opportunity, gets the ball, all importantly uses that left hand to stop the offload, and Dan Bibby in so quickly, beating Luke Morgan over the ball.
Based on the Australian defence, pops it up to Samuel Oliech, turns, lays it back, but he was held.
Yeah, extra roll there from Kenya, so you can't do that. They had a man over the ball. I think it was Chucky Stannard who's given them some too. Oliech was, you see there, he's got to release it there, one more roll. You can't do that in the game of sevens anymore.
Stannard looking towards the referee, knowing that he was in the right.
Good tackle from Kenny Weller, was down the bottom, taking out the legs.
Again, sevens being such a quick game, you've got to be very vigilant.
A chaos theory, if you will, the way that they like to manipulate the game. As it is, Canada trying to manipulate the game up into enemy territory, getting the ball for the offside.
Brilliant skills. Has he got the pace to get away? Barak pulled down.
Advantage.
Where's the support? Advantage being played.
Time off.
Oh, yellow card.
Entry. Slowing down, quick ball, yellow card.
Levels the game up, but they would have...
Better, bit of room on his left-hand side. Nakamura.
You see the double whistle there.
Supporting the outside from Tsutsumi, but took it up herself, the captain. And wins the penalty. Ireland going off their feet at the breakdown. Quick tackle.
In this series over 21 tackles ago. Snape with the latest tackle, then tries to get over that ball.
Bryce can't see much happening down that left-hand line, comes back towards his teammates, and then they are pinged for going off their feet at the breakdown. Sealing off, I think the call was, Zach Text.
It was. And strongly, and that might open things up a little bit for Amadi once more. Dragged to the ground on the ankles, or driving straight in. He got that a little bit wrong, Mayans.
Short side. Support from Sage.
I can't play on from that, but you're sealing off. I can't play on.
Eccleston going in to make the tackle. Argentina.
Samoa looking for their first win, and they've got the ball back here. Full of running at the moment. Here's Afa Masunga again.
That's a maul.
Maul from the referee. They need to get this ball back quickly. They can't, Samoa. So
It's a maul.
South Africa again
Two players
forced the turnover.
taken in white, screen
Very
ball.
lucky, South.
And this one bounces, and it's claimed by the Aussies and held up, but then gets in need of the ground. So the New Zealanders have to release it.
Release quicker.
They were very slow to do so. And
Physically, they give away size and strength to every team they play, maybe with the exception of Papua New Guinea on this circuit. But in terms of invention,
Situation there, last scrum, get the ball out, get it to the centre, and let them have a go.
so 40 seconds remaining. Free kick check-ins.
pretty happy where he is right at this moment. He's been going good.
Set! 17. Attacking scrum for another penalty. They're reeling the scrum as the call, and they'll go quick.
At a World Cup here in 2018, someone was in front of the kicker, definitely. I think Joe Nyatharvo, he got a jump.
You see here, the assistant referee on the short side, right by the camera, was the one that was on the halfway line, and the other assistant referee is close to the 22.
Opportunity now for Samoa.
Has to go backwards before he goes forward, and Callum Niles holds up. Horn makes the tackle, and it's too high.
It's tough. He's above the shoulder line.
So no advantage at all, even though they've got the ball. That's the one that starts low and comes up.
Penalties.
That was the third one in that game. That could quite easily have been a yellow card. That one starts fairly high. It's always going to be a yellow card.
A yellow card, that's for sure. Joe Webber, not the way to introduce yourself into this game. So ill discipline for New Zealand.
Pinkelman, Hughes, now Isles.
No advantage.
High tackle and
6. High with
Gets him right around the chops, more reaction, but you know, that's 2 minutes on the bin.
So that's where the play's been stepped. It's a natural reaction to reach out. There's no force there. That's the mitigating factor, bringing it only to a yellow.
Really good fend. Oh, tackle around the hair. And that's got to be
Wait.
card.
Now, these days, a deliberate pull of the hair like that is a red card.
Here it is. Cannot do it.
Even in 15s, if you grab that hair and you pull it back, it's the same as a deliberate high tackle with force.
Nagero, they need to score here to keep themselves in the game. And here we go.
Yeah, that tackle there, you didn't wrap your arms on it there. Yellow card.
The yellow card, so Samoa.
So again, look at the referee's positioning. It's always fairly close to the tackle or the breakdown. It's from the attacking side, usually at a slight angle as well. So advantage there because they look like they got a two-man overlap. But as it was, the cover tackle came in, so straight away, stop it. And because in sevens you were going to give a yellow card there, you'd be well within your rights to just stop it instantly, not play any advantage, and issue the card.
This is on a nice edge. Well, it's going to go the 10. Plenty of hang time, and who wants it? Penalty. It is a penalty against Australia. Yeah, you can't jump into that zone where there's no chance.
So there, both of them have gone for the ball. One's got higher, and it's.
And referee says you're off for 10, buddy.
Yeah, she comes in, she tackles the player in the air. You can't do that.
Lands on her bum and back only.
She knew she was walking off the sideline.
Of course, early doors in the first half. Oh, that's spectacular from Australia. It's going to be a yellow card, but a fearless leap.
You're in no realistic position to catch the ball, and he's landed very dangerously. It's a red card.
Ross, red card. Henry Clooney's Ross.
Absolutely correct decision. He's look at the point of contact when he hits the floor.
Comes down and.
Inside their 22, and that was a big tackle there on Sozanov, and lifted Question about that.
He's lifted in the air. Needs to be put down safely. That's your obligation as a tackler. Just turn the shoulder over.
On the first few minutes, Japan yet to touch the ball. Oh, that was around the side. He ventures in. And that's a couple of bodies.
Again, got a hat-trick in the match earlier.
So that's where we would come in as an assistant referee. Player moved by the head.
Oh, here's another turnover.
Goes around the neck. It's a head roll as well.
Yellow card.
Yeah, good work from Soy Swapi.
Yellow card straight away.
First half.
Soy Swapi, good at the breakdown, strong over the ball. Nothing wrong with that. Carrying his own body weight right there. Very dangerous.
He's got some lovely footwork, this young man.
So that's another classic yellow card.
Rather playing kick ball. And there's a double blast, which normally means that someone's going to the bin.
Neck roll.
You heard it there.
Defensively here.
Hold it. Throw the ball away, where you go.
And Australia getting the penalty.
Hit down by Veredamu. Going backwards are the French.
It may not seem much, but in sevens, that's
Straight off the feet. You can
a
see
real
he's
no.
away, so
Throwing the
he's gonna
ball
go to
away. There's no advantage then
They're gonna spend another 2 minutes
for the
down with 6
non-infringing
players.
side. And here we get the examples of that risk or reward with the one-handed knock-on.
Hayes couldn't just quite get that return pass, and that's going to be a penalty, and it's a double blast on the whistle. It could be a card. It's going to be a card. Not the smartest move, unfortunately, for EY. Right on half-time, she will head to the sin bin.
And again, we talk about discipline. That's where Fiji really do let themselves down. They really
But gets through, and that'll be a yellow card. Could almost get 2 away. John Moonlight doesn't even wait for the card from Damon Murphy. Just goes, you know what, I'll be over in the naughty chair. No problems, Damon. I'm off for 2. It's all come.
England will regain possession from the restart. They've been good there now. I'll say a little bit loose.
I'm off. Tui could see a card here.
Yep.
It's that risk and reward. If you're going to go for the ball, if you don't get it and you've reached a hand out, then and you cause an error, then it's going to be a card, unfortunately.
So those are the key factors that we're really looking for. Obviously, feel free to watch that bit again if you need to and get some more advice. A few little things to finish on.
Japan's kickoff, see if they can retain the possession. Really good high kick by Japan. Oh, and great catch by Chiharu Nakamura again.
So this is what we mean about the space. There we go. We've drawn the defenders in. We've got the quick pick up, so the tackle area is nice and clear. And away we go to score.
They have not made a tackle. That's incredible. And that's why they trail by 19 points in New Zealand. From inside their own 22, Bobo gets rid of Lakafia. And now he's got 99 metres to go. Mickelson on the inside. Bobo pops it off. Good night, Nurse.
Too close for that very reason there.
Tim Mickelson
make sure you don't just
goes in for try 212 in his career.
Stop and then start again.
As Ishida fights and then he's lifted in the air.
And,
this is not pretty for Yoshida's Instagram page as he's carried towards the touchline. Now his teammates get involved.
Yeah, that's one way to end the game. Well, for taking the time to view this video. Hope that helps you all. Any comments, please give us a shout.